All right, here's a good question. It says express in terms of sums and differences of logarithms. And here's all my solution down at the bottom. So I've got this whole thing that I have to do something with. The first thing I do something with is that radical. Now, if you're taking the cube root of something, so if I have say the cube root of x, that's the same thing as x to the 1/3. Now, in here I've got all these exponents, but it's probably easier just to keep the 1/3 out of the thing. Because say if this was a 2 here, then you could say, well, this is x to the 2/3. Oops, 2/3. But it's best to leave those exponents out of that first idea. Let me show you what I mean. So this would be the same as log base b of, leave all the stuff within the radical the same, x9, y6, z2, and then take this and all raise it to the 1/3. And that's what that radical is all about. Okay, now that it's raised to the 1/3, now I can use power of a power. So I'm going to multiply this by this by this, and this by this. So I'll have log base b of x to the, 9 times 1/3 would be 9 over 3, which is just 3, over y to the 6. 6 to the 1/3, 6 times the third, I think is 2, so it would be y to the 2. And z, 2 times the third, I think is just 2/3. There. Okay, so I've got rid of that radical, and I've also gotten rid of this exponent outside. So now I can start breaking things up using the sum and differences. So let's use the difference identity. There's a quotient there, so I'm going to take the log of the numerator and subtract the log of the denominator, y squared z to the 2/3. Now on the first one, this one here, I can use the power rule to bring the 3 out front. So I'll have log base b of x. And when I look over here, there's this one that's at and this one that's at. So I can rule out that one and that one. Now I just have to figure out the other stuff. Oh, and the others are the same, except this plus and this minus. So let's make sure we figure out which of those it should be. Now this part right here, I have a product inside there, so I can use the sum rule. So it'd be minus log base b of y squared plus log base b of z to the 2/3. Okay, but this minus is in front of that bracket, so that's a dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking negative, so it needs to be applied to that and that one. So I'll have 3 log base b of x minus log base b of y squared minus log base b of z to the 2/3. Now that says that this has to be my answer right there. Is that right? Let me just confirm. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so then the last thing that they've done is they've used the power rule to bring that up to the front and that up to the front too. So finally I would have log base b of x minus log base b of 2 log base b of y minus 2/3 log base b of z. All right, hopefully that helps you with that one.